Yes. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Veterans Minimum. And we got an OG is back. First time in the building. First time I've done a podcast with you in person in a long time.
Long ass time, man. Shit, we did the one back in May when UFC came back.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I was like, yo, I know you called in.
On Zoom, yeah.
We did the Zoom, but I completely forgot about that. I thought it was like maybe we did some shit where you called in for baseball. We were talking about like baseball contracts. Like, yo, isn't it crazy a dude gets 9 years, 400 million?
Yeah, we did do that. That was like a segment, though. I don't even think that was like a full episode, but yeah.
Back for the car. My guy, boss, Nick Devito, back in the building. Let's get it going, man. Let's crack open. I went and got some Broken Skull IPA. Not a sponsor, but they should be.
Absolutely should be. Especially you see.
I came dressed for the occasion. The goat is in the background at all times. Dude, my guy. For those that don't know, because the show has transitioned over the last year and change, my brother.
I feel like the only way to cheers these things would be to smash them, but I got to respect the new digs.
Let's hold on. Here we go. Wow. Yo, you know the last time I had this? I've only had this one time.
Really? Yeah, Christmas. Well, yeah.
Secret Santa.
Absolutely. I ordered them that time, though.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah, but it was in the bottle, too, remember? It was like yeah.
That was definitely more classy because it was like more of it, too.
It was like 2 pours. But these are nice, though. It's like a personal. These are much better.
I have a confession to make.
Let's hear it.
Sort of become an alcoholic, living on my own. Everyone that comes in, even you showed up with beer.
I did. Well, I saw the guests before. I was like, everyone's bringing alcohol. I was gonna bring proper 12 because it's fight week over here. Well, everywhere, but I don't know. I felt like Dylan did the deed, so I was like, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. We went to work on that proper 12 after we finished it. Like, yo, a little left. It's like, what the hell? But dude, how you been, man? Well, let me just paint the picture. Boss and I, he used to be a part of Veterans Minimum way back in the day when we started the brand together, and you were always, I used to tell you this too, man. You were my favorite one on the show.
Let's go. I hope Tim and Joe aren't watching.
You were the person whose takes I like the most, your delivery, everything about it, man. So it's a pleasure to have you back on.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was a great time, man. I mean, that was like 3 or 4 years in the running. Mm-hmm. And then, but you're doing a fucking excellent job, dude. I still tune in every week, especially the YouTube clips. I think are amazing. I mean, for me, I'm an idiot, so like video keeps my attention much more than audio. So I love like all the YouTube clips, especially when they're like 15, 20 minutes long. I love that shit. So, bro, you've done an awesome job and then some since you've ran with it yourself.
Thank you, man. It means a lot coming from you, and even some of the guys that have reached out to me. It definitely means a lot, and you know, we can't forget the roots. You know, you helped put this together, so I appreciate it. That's why I was like, yo, I gotta look up. We gotta get some like dope beers. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that in the neighborhood they're selling these too.
I'll drink to that. And yeah, that's pretty cool actually. I didn't even know. You said you named a bar that you picked these up from. I didn't even know they sell beers like that. So, but that's good to know going forward for me because
big IPA guy.
I'm gonna sit down one night. Like you said, you become an alcoholic living on your own, bro. I'm watching fights. I'm watching any sporting event. If I have money on it, it's not going my way early. I get like this bad anxiety. Like, yo, I need something in my hand. It's usually a beer. It's like, run to the fridge and grab a beer. All right, I can settle down now.
First of all, let me ask you this: when don't you have money on something you're watching?
Yes, these days it's not often. That's for damn sure,
bro. It's gonna get worse. You know, it's about to get legalized, and
I saw that. It's in the works. Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most dangerous. How bad is that?
It's an 11. Dude, every time we drive to Jersey, lately, because since the pandemic, they closed for a little while, the actual book itself. So it was all on the phone and the mobile app. So I drive over and just like take the first exit on the Palisades at the gas station and make a U-turn and come back over the bridge. But I was like, I'm putting bets in, and before I know it, I have like more than I should pending. And I was like, imagine that this is accessible and I don't have to drive a half hour. Like, bro, it's gonna be trouble for me.
So, bro, it's gonna be trouble for everybody. Like, mobile sports betting is a night course, like we would say. It's a disaster waiting to happen. Because think about this. I'm watching the games over the weekend, and I went 3-1 on my picks. the ones that I gave out on Patreon. But I got too reckless, bro. I really thought the Chiefs were gonna blow them out, so I did a parlay: Bills -2.5, Packers -6.5, Tampa Bay money line, and then I hit on my buddy Rick, and I was like, yo, I want the alternate spread. He's like, what? I was like, -19.5.
But it wasn't that crazy, yo, on the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mahomes.
yo, it was live for a little while.
It was
live. Like
It was.
the Bills weren't doing much, and then Mahomes went down, and
But yo, so how often are you going into Jersey?
every Saturday, and sometimes a couple times a week. When football during the regular season, we would go Monday sometimes because I love college basketball. So college basketball's back. They usually have like a good slate Monday nights. So I would go after work through the tunnel and either bet Monday Night Football, bet like prop bets or something, just anything like you said to have some action on it. And then like college basketball, I put bets in there. So you definitely every Saturday, especially when there's a fight card, because I love betting fights. That's like my favorite thing to gamble on these days. And then sometimes Monday or, if there's something I like during the week, I'll go. But I try and keep it to Saturdays, like before shit gets out of control.
You've mentioned like 4 or 5 different days.
I know. Well, that's what happens. That's what it comes down to. I'm like, yo, let's go Monday. Thursday will come around. Thursday Night Football. Like, yo, I like something here too. It's bad. But yeah, mostly every Saturday. Definitely every Saturday. And then occasionally during the week once.
Bro, one of my favorite nights of all time was when me, you, Josh, Danny, and I think Ahmed went for the Chiefs-Rams game.
Yeah.
And I remember, bro, at like halftime, you look at the live line on the over, you're like, bro, we should bet it. And then it goes over again, and then you're like, bro, we should bet it. And then at the end of the game, you're like, we're fucking idiots. We didn't bet it.
The line started at like 50 or 60, and the in-game final line got to 100 at one point.
103 it got up to. And you were just like, yo, we should bet it. And then just like hitting the props and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure we all lost. But we had a fucking great ass time.
Yeah. It was
so lit. So, dude, let me ask you, man. With it becoming legalized, right? So, for those that don't know, mobile sports betting is going to become legal in New York. We can't bet on the apps unless we go into Jersey. How? I know we were messing around, but like, you think this is a game changer or what?
Yeah. I mean, for me, for sure. Like. Well, for New Yorkers in general, like we have to pay tolls every time we go over there too. It's like a $15 expense just like going,
lose more money
over the bridges, and like gas money and all that stuff you factor in. So yeah, I mean it'd be nice, as long as you could do it responsibly. Which I mean we could do it responsibly. What
my favorite thing about doing it on apps like that, DraftKings app, FanDuel app, things along the lines, like when you have to deposit money to play. It's way better than having to play on credit, bro.
Yeah.
In the past, where it's like, oh, you'll pay next week, and it's like it sucks because it's basically you have a credit card,
right?
And you're like, oh, yo, I have $500 I can spend, dope. And then Sunday hits and you're minus 500. You're like,
right. But at least it's already taken care of and everything.
Where now it's just like the reason why I like it so much. It's no different than, and I know you've dabbled in the past in DFS. It's like, bro, you have like $100 on your DraftKings DFS account, put it on a parlay, put it whatever, but the money's already gone.
Yeah.
Which is dope. That's my favorite thing about it being legalized.
Yeah, which is nice to know too. Like if it goes, it goes, and like you said, how much you put X amount of dollars in. You're like, all right, I lost that amount of money. Kind of want to play anymore. Or on the flip side, I've actually withdrawn, and FanDuel. I don't know about any other app. I'm sure it's all like that, but they've set it up where it's easy to access withdrawals now. It's like Venmo. Like you could get it right to your bank account and shit. It's kind of insane how easy it is like to transfer money or to deposit or to withdraw. Everything is like kind of smooth. The only downside I don't like about the app, which first time this happened to me this weekend, I meant to bet. I was actually driving. I didn't stop at the rest stop, so I had it all on the bet ticket. So I put everything in and shit. I was just going to drive because I didn't want to stop. I was in a rush. I bet the wrong over-under. I clicked the wrong thing, and I didn't realize it until I got home. And I was like, dude. And it wound up not hit. Like the under, it was in the under in the Bucks game, which was a sweat either if you had an over or the under.
Yeah, it was like, wasn't it 53 or 52?
It was 52.5. So if they would have got stopped on 3rd and 4 when Fournette carried it for a first down, the over would have hit and the wrong bet would have hit. But instead, the right bet that I wanted to make hit, and I lost money because I fucking put the wrong bet in. So that's in my eyes the only disadvantage between like going to the window and doing it on your phone, because on your phone you have nobody to check you. You know, you just like you're just clicking away and shit. But
whereas like when you go to the actual sports book, they'll be like, "Oh, is this what you want?"
You have to like actually say it too. So like, oh, I want the under in that game instead of just clicking a button. You know, and they're like, yeah, like you said, they'll confirm it too. They're like, oh, is this correct or whatever. But yeah, that's the only problem I've had with the app, and it was yesterday. So,
bro, 2 years ago when Cody Parkey missed the field goal, Bears Eagles, I had that happen where my parents went to FanDuel to put a bet in, and they bet the Eagles to win, and I wanted it at 7.5, and then I go to check the ticket at halftime, and I'm like, oh my god, why'd you guys bet the wrong thing? What the fuck? And dude, it ended up being a bigger payout.
Yeah.
I think it was like plus 280. And then they ended up winning. And bro, I was on my Twitch stream. I saw the field goal get missed. And I was like, he missed it. He missed it. I was so gassed. And my dad was like, yo, that extra money.
I was going to say that.
He's like, yo, we fucked it up, but it worked in your favor. I was like, yeah, that's probably the only time that's ever going to happen.
How did he ask for a cut? He definitely asked
for
it.
Yeah. Of course. I told him, I was like, yo, the payout was like $1,258, whatever it was. I was like, if you guys go to Jersey and you cash it out, I was like, you can keep the $58. He's like, no, what? He's like, fuck that. He's like, I'm giving you back $1,000, and he's like, and I'm selling myself short. I was like, all right, man.
I was gonna say he placed the bet, even though it was the wrong bet. It wound up hitting for like 3 times the value you would have had. He's definitely taking some of that back.
So legendary. Did you put any football bets this year, like from the beginning?
Props?
Yeah.
Season long? No, I didn't. I don't really like season long. Another downfall to the non-credit, because like it takes your money, you know, so it's kind of like it holds you tie your money up into futures, and then you have less to gamble with. So
I fucking love futures.
Yeah, actually I put an NBA future, the Hawks to make the playoffs at Pick'em. A few games into the season. That's my only future. I think I take that back, I had some futures in NFL now that I'm thinking about it. Cam Newton, which missed. He missed the game.
Well, that's how you forgot about them. That's how you forgot about them.
I didn't hit any of them. Cam Newton missed on 2,800 passing yards, which wound up coming to 200 a game. I was like, dude, like, as bad as Cam could be, 200 a game. He needs like a couple massive games, and that's it. Yeah. And he had them. Like week 2 in Seattle, he had like 400 yards. It's like, dude, I'm good for like 2 weeks now. It's covered. Right. But he wound up flopping big time. And then I had Deshaun Watson under passing touchdowns. The line was like 26.5, I think. He'd never thrown for that in his career, and of course, he has a career year. So yeah, I like to forget about my futures this year for football.
Dude, that's usually how it goes, man. I love futures though. Last year, I bet the Chiefs to win the AFC and the Super Bowl. It was like plus 350 and then plus 625 for the Super Bowl. And then it was also, I bet them to play the Eagles and the Saints in the Super Bowl, like the matchup props. This year I didn't make any bets because I was like really thinking about moving out and shit, so I really didn't play anything. But last year we were in Miami for Dom's bachelor party, and the Chiefs hit, and I won like $900 on the Chiefs winning the AFC because that was the AFC title game. Not nice because I ended up going to 11 and so long money that I hit.
I mean, it paid for itself though.
It did.
If you gotta look at it on the good side of things. But yeah, but futures, like sometimes they sneak up on you too. Like you said, you didn't get a chance to play them this year because there's so much stuff going on. Same thing, like especially now with COVID and the seasons, the start times changing. Like our buddy Marco, who you had on for the NBA season preview, he's big into futures, win totals, all that stuff. And I texted him. I was like, "Yo, did you get any NBA futures?" And he's like, "Oh, no, like, because the season just started and it kind of like flew over our heads, you know."
But also what they did this year, different from other years, is it's no longer there were 2 kind of bets you could make, like for win totals. So you could bet, just for example, you could bet the Lakers to win 50 games, or you could bet the Lakers win percentage.
Okay.
Because in the event that, like, I don't know, say they shut down the season again or some shit, like, yo, bro, games are getting canceled left and right.
Yeah.
I think the Wizards the other night, or the Mavericks, had like 7 guys test positive, and they only ran like 8 guys on the court.
Yeah.
So they did it. That's a way to like pivot around like the COVID restrictions.
Right. The Sixers did that, didn't they?
The Sixers as well.
Dwight Howard
I mean, bro, there's been a bunch of teams that shit has happened.
I know. I actually had some of my futures affected by COVID. Like the March Madness had to get refunded and shit.
Damn, you had to be sick, bro. Because like when I think of March Madness, I think of you.
I was so upset.
You up and be like, yo, you got to come on the show. You and Alan.
Yeah.
We could shoot the shit, and then of course that happens.
I had Dayton at a nice number when they had Obi Toppin. He was Player of the Year. I got them like in January. I was like, I was loving that ticket, and then Always something.
Yeah, dude, with the NBA futures, I said on the preview show, I was like, Nets Lakers to go to the finals. And it was like 15-1.
Yeah.
And now, of course, they get Harden, and it's like the favorite.
I was going to say, it's probably like even money now, or maybe even like favored.
Bro, this is the second time. Last year, I was hyping up the Heat. I called Impy, Dunbar, Marco, my buddy Robbie, and my friend Chris, all who have been on the podcast. And I was telling them, bro, there's a roadmap that the Heat could get to the conference finals avoiding Milwaukee. And it was like 25-1, bro, back in like January. Honestly, maybe around this time, dude. And I was like, yo, we could bet that. And then if they do make it to, they were like 50-1 to win the finals too. I was like, yo, there's just a roadmap that they could get there and then we could hedge. I know you don't like to hedge.
Yeah.
But, and then of course they go all the way to the finals. So it's like another missed opportunity.